Hello, this is Amanda Ray from theamandaray.com. Thank you for joining me today. If you are new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. I'm going to be doing a pick a card reading for future husband or spouse. So my readings are just a little bit different than classic pick a card reading. I am an intuitive healer by nature, so everything tends to have a little bit of a spiritual healing type flair to it. So be prepared to hear channeled messages that maybe you wouldn't hear in some of the other pick a cards that you've watched before. So I hope you enjoy. Before we get all up into the piles here, just make sure that you're taking some deep breaths before you choose your pile. So really connecting with your heart space and releasing kind of the mental noise before choosing your pile. So I will give you a moment when I show you the piles here. Beyond that, if you like pick a card readings and other spiritual related videos, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you know when I release more videos like this. If you like the video, I would love a thumbs up or a comment. Just let me know. I would sure appreciate that. So without further ado, here we go. So here are the piles. Before you choose your pile, please take a moment to take some deep breaths, really connecting with your heart and soul before choosing your deck or your pile. Sometimes that will completely change the pile that you would choose, and that's okay. If you need a little bit more time to center yourself before choosing, please just pause the video, take your deep breaths, really get centered, and then select your video. But I'm just going to jump in and get started. So this is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So again, 1, 2, 3. We are using 4 different decks of cards for this reading. One is Earth Magic. One is the Connect Within deck that I've created myself. There is the Saints and Angels as well as Indigo Angel deck. So nice little spread here. So we're going to go ahead and start with pile number 1. So this first card is like a theme card for your future husband or future spouse. So I'm just going to flip it here. Desert Vision Quest. Interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip all the cards so we can get a nice good look, and then I'm going to get into some more of the messages in that channeling. So this is the Connect Within deck, and the first card is Friends. Second card is Transformation with a massive diamond. And third card is Dance. From the Saints and Angels deck, we have Look Deeper. Peaceful. And Generosity. And from the Indigo Angel deck, we have Archangel Michael. You are special. And you are not alone. There you go. Okay. So, pile number 1. Right off the bat, you've been focusing a lot on who am I going to marry, what is it going to look like, all the details, all of the like obsessing over a person. And it's like you must attach to a person and squeeze them like a little lemon until all of their juice comes out. And at that point, then you have to decide. So there's a lot of maybe obsessive, compulsive type behavior happening here. Now, you might be in a relationship right now, and you might be clinging to your ideas of what you feel your end goals are for a relationship, being able to strive for, but they're asking you to look a little bit deeper here. You externally understand what you want your marriage to look like with your future husband. You want this kind of house or these kind of functions. You want to live in this kind of place, do these kind of things, lots of external things, but you haven't focused too much on that internal piece. What do I want to feel? How do I want to communicate? How do I want us to come together? How do I want to show love? How do I want to receive love? And all of those kinds of things. So your guides are asking you to get really clear about what the inner workings of that relationship are going to look like for you. So, and that brings us to that vision quest. Looking deeper, do that self-reflection and understand yourself a little bit better, because this isn't necessarily the right word, but there's a little bit of a superficial relationship you have going on within yourself about what you think your marriage is going to look like. And a lot of it is you want to find your dance partner, but you're going to bend over backwards to make it look exactly what you wanted it to look like. And your guides are saying you deserve a little bit more than that. You are special. You are not alone. Even if you aren't in a relationship right now, you are not alone. You have a support network. Even if it's just one or two people that really have your back, you're not alone. You have so many special qualities that you tend to overlook, and you've beating yourself up. And now is not the time to sit here and, oh, poor me, nobody loves me, I'm not in a relationship, I can't find love. There's lots of self-sabotaging talk happening for you in regards to, when is my soulmate coming? Who is my future husband? How is this? When is he coming? What does he look like? What how are we meeting? And stop with that, because everything's happening in divine timing. But you got to look a little bit deeper here. You got to make peace. You got to make peace with some of the things you thought you wanted in a relationship that you no longer want in a relationship. You got to make peace with some of the things that you thought would be in a relationship, or the things you thought you wanted, that now that you've experienced it, you're like, yeah, I love a hardworking husband or spouse, but they got to be home too. There's got to be some balance, not someone that's always working. So revise your, what I'll call it, a wish list. Look deeper, do that vision quest, that self-reflection to really get clear. Now, your future husband may have, they're calling it an entourage. So I don't know if he has a whole bunch of pets that are his best friends, or if he's got a whole bunch of friends that are kind of like pets or something like that. But he's got an entourage. So being mindful of that, they'll be pretty protective of him. So you'll have to earn their trust as well. It's not just about you and your partner. It's about earning the trust of his friends, because his friends mean a lot to him. It's his friends have almost become family, or his animals have become family. And if he's got a dog and his dog doesn't like you, sorry, but he's probably not going to give it two looks, Archangel Michael wants to make an appearance. And if you're not familiar with archangels, he's kind of like the angel of all angels, right up at the top. And if he doesn't know how to do a thing, he knows who does, and he delegates to them. But he's very much a spiritual protector and cleanser, releaser. So he's got this flaming sword. So you got to let go of some baggage that is toxic, because you have some habits. I don't know if it's just compulsive, where my man at, or where's my spouse at, or whatever kind of vibes, or if it's just, well, the world must revolve around me. I want these things. Why shouldn't I have these things? Kind of stuff happening. So you need to make peace with that. Again, peaceful. Make peace with that. Cut cords. Ask Archangel Michael to just step in and help you heal. So if you've identified, you've done the self-reflection, the vision quest, you're like, I think that maybe I shouldn't put this all about me. Maybe I should think about someone else, ask Michael to come cut the cords, for that for you. You know, and a cool thing about archangels is they can work with as many people at the same time, and it doesn't matter. They can work with unlimited amounts of people. But the tricky thing with archangels is you must ask them for healing or interference or whatever it is. You must ask, because they don't interfere with your free will. So if you aren't asking, they ain't doing it, period. So ask Michael to step up for you. Stop with the pity party, saying, I'm so alone, I'm never going to find the one, I'm never, sorry. You will. You have lots of great qualities, but there's this maybe whiny princess kind of stuff happening here where you're, well, why isn't this happening, and why can't I do this, and why, you know, and you just need to stop with that. You need to start showing yourself some generosity. Be kind to yourself, pray for yourself, acknowledge yourself, move your body, you know, spend time dancing, turn on some good tunes and move your body in a way that makes you feel empowered. You know, whether, you know, it could be professional dance, it could be just moving your body, it could be swaying with a beat. But you need to start moving your body more, because when you're sitting there wallowing in all of your baggage and you're sitting there not being active, it's really hard to feel good and connected with your future husband. Right? So start making those shifts, start looking at things, but really be clear. Like, if you want to be a famous actress or famous actor, and you don't like your man like being all up talking a whole bunch of other women, well, sorry, but like if your man is with you and you're a famous actor, actress, they're probably going to be talking to other women or other people. So if that bugs you, maybe you need to kind of realistically look at things, because they're saying there's a disconnect between what you think you want and what you don't think you want, and they're kind of like doing this, kind of sort of missing each other. So take that time. Don't obsess, because you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. You're turning molehills into mountains. So stop beating yourself up, because you're worth more than that, and you know it, but you continue to tell yourself all of these negative things. So no, it's time to do that self-reflection and be kind to yourself and be honest with yourself. You know you've been obsessing, you know you've been beating yourself up. If you're in a relationship, ask, is this it? Am I just trying to force it to be it, or is it actually it? You know? And only you can answer that. You know, this reading is for just so many people. You have to answer that for yourself. You have to do that self-reflection through meditation, or however, writing, automatic writing, lots of different ways. But if you don't do that, no one else will for you, sweetie. So for real. And don't just go to another pick a card. Sit down and do the reflection, because you're not going to get anywhere by continuing to pick more and more pick a cards. Anyway, that's pile number 1. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell to let you know when I release more videos like this, so it helps you get a little bit more clarity. I would love it if you commented, let me know what's up. If you found value in this, please share it with your friends and loved ones. You know, there might be a message for someone else as well. So thank you so much for joining me. Pile 1. Pile number 2. So pile number 2 right here. Just going to adjust this just a little bit. All right, so this card here is just like a theme card. Ceremony, invocation, future husband. Well, if that isn't a great indication of what's up, I don't know what is. So this is the Connect Within deck that I created myself. Balance. Heart chakra, giving and receiving love in equal portion. The Little Dipper. This is the Saints and Angels deck here. Sign from above. I can already feel this is just a beautiful reading. I can feel it. Heaven is watching over you. Triumphant. Shielding. It's not as scary as it looks. Nature. And freedom. Okay. So right away with future husband reading, I get that ceremony. So there's, you might already be in a relationship with this person. The heart chakra is also showing up. So giving and receiving love in equal proportion with balance right in the middle. If you are in a relationship, it's a very balanced relationship. And the other person is willing to do anything for you if you just ask. They're maybe not the best at reading subtle hints. So if you just ask them, they're more than willing to do the things. But you just have to remember to ask. All right. Now, this sign from above, heaven is watching over you. These ones are kind of working together. So I don't know, some of you may have a parent that has passed over, whether your mother, your father, or maybe someone that felt like a parent to you, like an aunt, an uncle, cousin, an older cousin or something, but someone that was very close to you. I do feel blood relation, but they're sending you signs, very beautiful signs. Now, for different people might mean different things. So it could be, they could be sending you flowers, pictures of a flower specifically that reminds you of them, or romance. They could be sending feathers, dimes, number sequences, something like that, telling you that this is it, this is what you've been looking for, because part of you isn't believing that. There's, these cards here, I'm just going to try to hold them all up at the same time for you. There's this feeling you need to pull back, shield yourself, protect yourself. This is old patterns from past relationships, by the way. That feeling of you feel too vulnerable, you must protect. And then there's this needing freedom, wanting to expand and explore, be vulnerable. And then, the nature of things, the balance, the lightning strike out of nowhere. It's, it's all the things. So try to put these in the same order that they were. You can't keep flip-flopping. You need to find more balance with all the things. You can't just keep trying to shield yourself and withdraw and then jumping out full force and being a little bit unpredictable like lightning. If you're in a relationship, they might have a hard time riding the waves of your impulses, so to speak. But there is lots of love there. The heart chakra is showing up. But you need to dream a little bit more. Again, with that shielding, you're holding yourself back. You're not looking up to the stars. You're not appreciating. You tend to get caught up in your own thoughts about things. If you are not in a relationship currently, these cards are really talking to you. Don't be so flip-floppy, irrational, unpredictable. Try to find some stability, some balance for yourself in order to, feel the freedom and feel protected. You can feel that without going like, ooh, all over the place. You will be married. I know some of you are doubting whether you will actually get married at some point. You might be getting a little bit older, quote unquote older, for what you feel people should get married at. But, sacrificing quality just to get married isn't the right thing either. It's about the craft. It's about the quality. It's about the cultivated relationship. It's about the connection. So, and that's something that's really important to you, pile number 2. So just keep those things in mind. Keep your youthful innocence about you. You know, look up to the stars and dream and feel connected to the expansiveness that is the universe and the stars, the night sky. Spend time enjoying those aspects of yourself. If you have had someone that's passed away somewhat recently, they are sending you signs to let you know that they are okay and that they love you. And say if they're sending you a rose, just like she's holding in this picture, that she's holding that little pink rose, they might send you an actual rose, the picture of a rose, a tattoo of a rose, someone talking about a rose, a card decal of a rose, or something, you know, is showing up some way, somehow. And when you feel that intuitive hit, like that means something, or that little feeling of excitement when you see that, that means that is a message from spirit. And we don't always know what they mean, but the more you practice, the easier it gets. So that is your confirmation that you are receiving signs from someone that's passed over. If you haven't lost anybody, because there are a few people that pick this pile that maybe haven't lost anybody recently, there's someone that they lost unexpectedly, and they've been blaming themselves for some of the things. So just know that you don't need to blame yourself any longer for some of those things, okay? Pile number 2. What can you expect? I feel there's a lot of you that are already in the relationship for your future husband. There is that flip-floppy nature that they're a little unsure about. It may be them, it may be you. But trying to find that balance and showing love. You know, you're a little bit resistant to showing people the love, you know, consistently. You might pour all the love out and then go, oh, that's enough. You must love me now. And then maybe throw a little hissy fit when you aren't receiving love in the way that you thought you should be. So, take the time, get some balance for yourself, do some deep breathing, connect with some trees and nature to help bring that balance. But your future husband, they're telling me like 8 months. Definitely the number 8. So if you're already in a relationship, if it's new, you know, you could start to see those conversations happening in about 8 months. If you aren't in a relationship, you could, you know, in the next 8 months see things. And, you know, this is just based on current energy. You can do things to speed up this process or slow it down. So this is just current energy as it is right now. Stop being so flip-floppy so that you can give and receive love in equal proportion, because you have all the things. It's triumphant, you know, like that knight in shining armor, coming to the rescue kind of vibes. So pile number 2, that's what I got for you. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when I release more videos like this. I surely would appreciate it. And I hope to see you again soon, or maybe check out some of the other videos I've already got posted. Let me know. Comment below. I do offer private readings as well. So if you want something like super specific to your exact situation, I've got my contact information down below. Let me know what's up, and I can hook you up. So we're going to move on to pile number 3. So pile number 3. So we're going to flip all the cards over, just kind of take a look at them. This is a theme card, the Green Man, Synergy. I feel lots of nature vibes there. The Connect Within deck that I made myself. Right. Archangel Gabriel. Meditation. Saints and Angels deck. Higher Education. Stress Management. Marriage. future husband reading. Get the marriage card. Awesome. And this is the Indigo Angels. Allow love. Divine timing. And divine purpose. Okay. So I'm feeling a lot of different vibes happening here. Some of you, your future husband is going to be into agriculture, working with the land, having lots of plants, living on a farm, that kind of vibe. Some of you, your future husband or future spouse is going to be career orientated. They might have went to university or college or something like that. And it's very like accounting, lawyer type, like very rigid, these are the rules type jobs. So you may have been in a relationship with them before, or a friendship or something, but divine timing. Things didn't happen at the right place, the right time. You may have connected before, and you can feel that love. You can feel the love. You can feel the potential for marriage. You can feel these things, but for whatever reason, things just, they didn't connect like they needed to stay strong. Some of you haven't met this person yet, and you keep wondering, when is he coming? When is she coming? And here's the thing. Everything is happening in perfect divine timing, and there are things in your life that you are putting off that you need to do, and they sound unrelated, but they're actually preventing you from being able to step into your divine relationship and be married. So if you know that your living situation is no good, you're living in an apartment, the person, one of your neighbors in some direction is just like not healthy for you. It's a very toxic proximity, whether it's someone above you and they're always stomping around the wee hours of the morning and you like to go to sleep early. This has to move in order for your energy to match up and meet your future husband, spouse, whoever. So the longer you put that off, the longer you put off this divine relationship. And you're making things harder on yourself than you need to. This stress management, take some time. Don't make it hard. Just do it. Just make it easy. Again, this is exemplifying that contracts, lawyers, things like that. So he might even be a writer or in the creative arts as well. Archangel Gabriel is, if you're familiar with archangels, he is the angel of communication. So he helps people to share energy, share words, just any type of communication that there is. So if you have been connected with your person, you either need to write them a letter or connect with them in some way, open the communication, reconnect with them, because you felt this missing. You guys work really well together, that synergy. It's about allowing love to blossom. Before, you guys might have been too young to really understand what a relationship like this meant and how good it could be. You needed to gain a little bit more life experience. But I'm not connecting so much with the divine purpose words. I'm connecting with the image more. You can't just flop yourself down in dismay and cry about it and wish I would have done it. Wish. Oh, if I coulda, woulda, shoulda, kind of stuff happening. It's not about that. Reconnect. Well, yeah, you wish you were still together. You're crying about it. Well, you know what? Connect. Send the email. Make the phone call. Whatever. Right? Instead of becoming the victim, like, take charge of the situation, because marriage can't come if you ain't talking, period. But you get all up in your head, you're making yourself more stressed out. So that meditation card, allow yourself time for self-reflection and meditation. Allow yourself downtime to just focus your mind and let go of all of the stuff. Because it's not healthy for you. You can't just keep going. Everything is working out in perfect divine timing. And you just have to be a little bit patient. If you send that message, they might not respond right away because they have to digest that information. If you haven't met your person, if you've been thinking about taking a course, there's a good chance that you'll connect with them because of that course, whether it's at the course or where that course takes you, something like that. So allow love into your life. Stop beating yourself up. It's not your fault. It's not. But you do have to just take these steps. You have to start opening that communication. Well, if you want to meet someone new to have a future husband, well, you got to talk to people. Like, if you just stay in your room and you're never connecting, just same old, well, kind of hard to meet people. Am I right? So reach out, connect, take a course if you've been thinking of taking a course, and stop beating yourself up, because girlfriend, they come in, it's just divine timing. But you got to do the things you need to be doing that you've been putting off, whether it's moving, switching careers, something like that, because it's all kind of connected to this on the back end. You can't see it yet, but you need to take that action so that this future marriage can show up for you, for real. If you're just sitting at home, you ain't gonna find no one. That's for some of you. Pile number 3, that's what I got for you. Thank you for joining me. If you like this and you like other pick a cards, please check out my playlist, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so that you're notified when more videos are released. If you need a private reading, I offer those as well. I offer pre-recorded videos or half-hour sessions, hour sessions, or even email readings if reading is kind of the way you like to receive your messages. So you can contact me in the comments below. I've got my contact information, and I'd be happy to hook you up with an appointment if you need one. In the meantime, I hope to see you again. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you are having a marvelous day. Bye.